welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah, the M stands for monologues, and you are watching a 48-hour reading vlog, kind of. So, to clarify, I am, how do I say this politely, fucking awful at 48-hour reading vlogs or 24-hour readathons or anything where there is a set period of time, because I really enjoy sleep. But I'm also really bad at doing anything without a deadline. So, as I keep banging on about, I have 300 books that I need to read by the end of the year. Problem is, I am now 29 books behind schedule and I'm not panicking yet. I know it sounds like I'm panicking because of the way I said it and like being really dramatic and stuff, but I'm not actually panicking yet, and I really should be panicking. For the simple fact that I have loads of graphic novels that I've bought. I kind of got paid the other day and I had a bit of a splurge. I've also got loads of poetry that I was supposed to read in Feb and just didn't. And some screenplays, which, did you know, are on Goodreads, and you can just count those if you read the screenplay, which you can read alongside what? Anyway, so I've got tactics, I've got plans, but I also need a fucking deadline, otherwise it's never going to happen. This is a 48-hour reading vlog in that I'm starting now, Wednesday evening. Because quite frankly, I work for myself, and if I decide to spend the next 2 days reading and then Saturday and Sunday working when everyone else is enjoying the sunshine, what are you gonna do about it? Exactly. That's happening. I'm gonna read for the next 48 hours. Now, the reason it's 30 rather than 48 hours, even though I literally just said 48 hours, is because I need sleep. So I've taken 18 hours out of the equation. I really only need to read 30 books to be back on schedule. Going to read a book every hour for at least 30 hours over the next 48 hours. Gonna stay up and read some books before I go to sleep. Then gonna wake up at a reasonable hour and read some more. It's gonna be that kind of vlog. But I promise to update you more often than I do with other regular reading vlogs, because I'm not good at that. I do, however, think that I've waffled on enough. You get the general gist. So to just intro you to a couple of the graphic novels that I'm absolutely gonna read. Gonna read them. Gonna read my 30 books, but gonna read these first because they look really good. So we have Homesick Pilots, which I know nothing about. It's a brand new release. It's volume 1 and it looks sick. Anyway, we have Safe Sex, which is about a bunch of sex workers in a dystopia. And that's really what I remember from the description, but it sounds epic as well. Again, volume 1. We have Violent Love, which is about 2 bank robbers who fall in love with each other, and I just think that's going to be super sweet. It's my kind of love story, what can I say? So we've got that one. We've got Skyward, which everyone has told me is great. Apparently, if I really enjoy Saga, then I will also really enjoy this. I've got Isola, which I have seen on Becca's channel, and it looks great, so grabbed that one. And then we have Descender, which again, I have seen all over the place. It looks really great. I'm trying to find something that I like as much as Saga. Haven't found it yet, but I'm hoping one of those will fit the bill. It's like 6:30, 7:15 now, so I still have time before I officially start at 8. So I'm going to do the sensible thing of not reading until 8 so that I can just, you know, ease myself into it. Gonna have some dinner. I'm all by myself because my brother has a date and my parents are away, so it's just me in the house. I love that for me. So I'll probably call someone and hang out with them because I can't be by myself for more than 5 minutes. Other than that, I will catch you up when I have read something. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I am so sweaty, and this camera is so good that you can see how sweaty I am, and for that I apologise. I've had my dinner, I've had a chill out, I watched Criminal Minds, which was probably the worst mistake I could have made, considering I literally just said I'm in the house by myself, and now I'm worried there's going to be a home intruder. So on the upside, I'll get loads of reading done because I won't be able to sleep. But as I said, it's 8 o'clock, and I'm going to start with Violent Love because, let's be honest, it's the one that I'm most excited to read, and it'll be the one that if it is shit, I'll be most disappointed. So let's just go in, let's enjoy it, let's spend the next hour reading this, and then at 9 o'clock I will catch you up on my thoughts of this one, because I will have finished it, and then I'll move on to the next one. Okay, I'm updating a little bit earlier than 9 o'clock, purely because 1, haven't finished, 2, I have a sneaky suspicion that okay, so there's like 4 main characters already. There is an old man talking to a young girl that he's like babysitting, and then there's 2 people who are going to fall in love. I have a sneaky suspicion that the old man is the guy that falls in love, and that the little girl's mum is his missus or ex-missus or whatever, just because of the way the art is done. And the reason I'm recording this and potentially giving spoilers is because I want to be able to go, I got it right, if I get it right. So I'm just letting you know in advance. Those are my suspicions. We shall see. Okay, it's 6 minutes past 9 and I have just finished Violent Love. I loved this. It wasn't what I was expecting at all. I was expecting it to be like a dark romance type thing, but consider it, actually I'm not going to spoil the ending of how the romance gets together, but there is romance, but it takes a good sweet time to get there. Trigger warnings for so much violence and like gratuitous levels of violence and blood and like sexual assault, and just this shit is wild. Like, if you like a violent graphic novel, would absolutely recommend. If you like gangster stories, would absolutely recommend. If Pulp Fiction is your favourite film, would recommend. This is just, it's great. And actually, you know, I was like, oh, I'll be like, I know. Yeah, the kid's mum is the main character. But the detective, the old guy, is not the guy. It's the police officer. So that was interesting. But anyways, so yes, we are 1 hour down and 1 graphic novel down. So I'm going to move on to something slightly different, and I'm going to go sci-fi next. So I'll catch you up in a bit. Hopefully this is as good as everyone keeps telling me it is. Okay, it's 10 past 10 and I have finished Isola. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favourite. It's kind of very similar to Monstrous in that a lot happens in the first few pages that just completely left me behind. So by the time the story actually peters out to a pace where I understand what's going on, I just feel like I needed an extra 20 pages to get me there in the first place. Like, there was no preamble. I have no idea what was going on half the time. There's some really nice stuff. The artwork is stunning. The concept is really cool. There was just too many pages where I didn't have a clue what was going on. So yeah, it just wasn't my fave. My comprehension is not up there, obviously. And it wasn't really with Monstrous either, which is a shame. So I don't know how I feel about this one in general. It's coming out as a 3 stars because I just didn't enjoy it as much. Like I said, artwork beautiful, etc. But no. So I'm going to try Skyward now. As I said, it is 10 past 10. So what I'm going to do, if you can hear that, that is the rain. I'm going to try and read one more and then head to bed about 11, half 11. And then crack on again in the morning. Because I think 3 in a couple of hours is... Oh, yeah, it's a fair start. So I will read this one and then I will catch up with you in the morning. And I'm going to listen to that rain too, because that's just cool. Okay, it's Thursday morning. I didn't read Skyward yesterday, and if you are at all triggered by suicide or anything related to depression, skip straight to the bit where I start eating breakfast, because I need to treat myself to a big old plate of pancakes, so that is what I'm going to do. So feel free to just skip ahead to that. But if you want to know why I didn't read Skyward, I am going to explain it to you because it was fucking wild. And I also want to thank Danny, Hannah, Lizzie for being on the group chat ready to talk to me, Molly, Ali and Emma who jumped on stream with me, and my brother for just being an emotional support, because after the adrenaline hit, I just felt really low, and oh my god. So I was sat there literally 2 seconds after I updated this and I took the videos of the rain. Immediately after that I could hear this guy like shouting. I also have my window open because it's really fucking hot, so I'm really sorry if that's messing with the sound. Anyway, so I heard this guy shouting. Now I live on a main road, so people shouting and kicking off because they're drunk is just the norm. I had forgotten a little bit, thanks to lockdown, that is the thing that people do. So it was really fucking loud, but I thought, nah, it's fine, like, people just kick off. But they were outside for like a really long time, and then I heard this like really loud bang. Oh, my hair is wet because I had a shower. I needed to wash all of that grossness out. But anyway, so I heard this really loud bang, and I looked out the window, and he was kicking my car, like proper, just like kicking it. I haven't gone out to check to see if there's anything wrong with it. I don't think there is. I think he was just like lashing out. And my first instinct was like, oh, call the police. And I was like, no, like, he's probably just having a tantrum. Like, it's fine. The car's insured anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, just kind of like left it. He was like screaming, and it was like really sad because even though I don't know this guy, he's obviously having a hard time. There's this girl that's like trying to like calm him down, and it's just not working. And he's talking about how he thinks he's a bad dad and how his kid would be better off without him. And it just took this really sad, dark turn. It's pissing it down with rain as well, so it's like really dramatic. There was like thunder and lightning, and it was just a lot, and I just felt like an absolute fucking creep voyeur for like looking out my window. And then he like tried to run out in front of a lorry, like it was like out of nowhere, just like something in his brain just went, enough talking now, let's just fucking act on this. And he like bolted, and this girl managed to like grab his t-shirt and like swing him round, and he was wearing a high-vis jacket, which did make it easier for the lorry to see him and didn't actually connect. But at that point I thought, nah, if he tries that again, he's not just going to be hurting himself or her, he's going to be hurting whoever is driving. So at this point I did call the police and was just kind of like described what I was seeing, the fact that he was trying to run out in front of traffic, what had happened prior to that. The phone call was like 4 minutes 21 seconds, and I felt like such a dick because I was like, I wanted to do something, but going out in a situation like that is never going to make it better. Like, I don't fucking know him, he's not going to want me to like calm him down. So that just felt really shit as well. So I just kind of like stayed in my house. The police turned up like 2 seconds later. Like the speed at which they got there really was okay. So they turn up, they try and calm him down, and he is just like, at this point, like, he's got a target now for his fury. Like, whatever it is that's fueling him, whether he was coked up or drunk or whatever, like he has something that he can like pinpoint has pissed him off now, and he just goes for this police officer and is just like up in his face. And he's not like violent towards him, but he's just like baiting this police officer and just getting really up in his face. And the guy was like trying really hard to like calm him down. And then like he was just like, nah, you need to fucking lock me up. And then he started telling the police officer that he was going to hurt himself or other people, which is when the police officer was just like, obviously I have to take him in. At that point the guy did start getting violent and did start like flailing his arms around, and like he wasn't fighting him, he was just making it difficult. But the police officer then threw him to the ground, and I just felt physically sick watching it, because I knew the police officer was just doing, one, what they're trained to do, and two, after trying to like de-escalate the situation, just needed to get that guy like out of the rain, out of the way of the road. Like, it makes sense, but watching it was just fucking harrowing. It was just like brutal. Just watching this man get thrown to the floor after he'd already tried to kill himself was just a lot, and I feel like I'm gonna cry. Because like, I've seen people kick off outside before. God, I am actually gonna cry. I didn't realise it had affected me this much. So I've seen people kick off outside before. Like I said, this is a main road. Like, that's literally not the first time I've called the police this year. Like, people kick off all the time, and usually they're just like teenagers like kicking bins, and like someone like punched my dad's car and like took off his wing mirror. I've watched a guy literally mug someone outside and had to call the police for that before, but it's never been for something that's been like that guy needs help. Like, it really fucking got me. And considering how up the beginning of this vlog was, like, I just wanted to say that, like, I really didn't think it affected me this much. Because it has nothing to do with me. Like, it has nothing to do with me. I wasn't even out there. I don't even know the guy. So why am I getting so upset? This is so fucking stupid. Okay, so, yeah. Anyway, after all that kicked off, I was in the house by myself as well, which I don't think helped. Because usually I very much like my own company, and like my brother goes for like, he listens to Critical Role, and they're like 4 hours long, so he'll like go for a walk, but obviously he won't get back until late because he's just listening to that and just minding his own fucking business, and he likes his own space. And because it's so hot, it's easier to go for a walk at night because it's cooler. which is fine. And I think this is what people mean about like white tears. Like, I didn't help. Anyway, yeah, so he got taken away. I hope he gets the help that he needs. I hope that she was okay. I mean, I felt really sorry for her. She's out in her pyjamas. She's like literally wearing pyjama bottoms and a coat. So anyway, yes, that was a lot, and I'm going to take it easy today because I've still got obviously many hours of reading to do. I've just knocked my fan over. But having said that, as much as I have many hours of reading to do, they're all graphic novels or poetry or like little plays and screenplays and things, so I still think I'll be able to get that done. It's like 10 o'clock now, so I'm 2 hours behind, which means I'm missing 3 books. But to be honest, that is so fucking inconsequential. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter. So I'm just gonna have a chilled day, read what I can, read what I want to read, and then try again tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna go have breakfast. So if you have skipped to the breakfast part, I hope it looks tasty. And if you were here for that fucking breakdown that you did not ask for and did not expect, probably, because thank you for listening. I'm going to leave some like links to support and stuff down below because I think that's the bare fucking minimum I can do. And yeah, I'll catch you up when I have something more positive to share, because I don't want this to be fucking negative. I don't want this to be a sad vlog, and I can't believe I fucking cried. So I'm gonna go have some breakfast, hug my pets, and feel better about my day. See you in a bit. Friday. I didn't get any of the reading done that I wanted to get done yesterday. I did get some reading done, it just wasn't what I had initially planned. So rather than try and push forward with this 48-hour reading vlog when I was just feeling really shit and heavily responsible for the well-being of a man I've never met before, just couldn't do it, couldn't push through it. So I played some Sims, I went and had a lovely breakfast, I chilled the fuck out, and I listened to some audiobook of the book that I'm supposed to be reading for Lamentable Library. So I did read, but it was on a very low-key, not going to push myself kind of way. However, we are back on my regular scheduled chaotic shit today, so I will be reading some more graphic novels today. It is already 10 o'clock, so I am behind, but considering I've literally just skipped on 15 hours of reading yesterday, not even gonna beat myself up about it. I decided I don't want to start my day with another sci-fi just because I was so disappointed with Isola, which is like a sci-fi fantasy mix. But I was just really disappointed with it. So I'm going to start with Safe Sex, which shouldn't we all? Which is a graphic novel about a bunch of LGBTQ sex workers who work for a club called Dirty Mind whilst living under a totalitarian America. So I'm really intrigued by this one. It's a really cool concept. It's by the same people that did Sunstone and Sex Criminals, and there's a reference to Gilead on the back, which, as a fan of The Handmaid's Tale, I'm really intrigued by this one, and I feel like it might be, although dystopic, a better way to start my day than going into a sci-fi I'm not 100% about, just because the people who recommended Skyward to me were the same people that recommended Isola. So we're just going to give myself some space from that one before I then go into Skyward. I will read Skyward. I'm going to check in at 11. Hopefully I will have read this then, but it is twice the length. It's like 250 pages or something, as opposed to the usual 160. It is slightly longer than the other graphic novels, so that is the other reason that I want to try and get it done, is just so that I can get that page count in, but also knowing that I'm not like scrambling this evening to try and finish a super long graphic novel. But it will be my third of this 48-hour vlog, which is worrying, but we'll worry about that at midnight. And other than that, I'll just catch you up in a bit. So there is quite a long list of things that I did instead of record anything for this vlog, which include getting my jab, tidying my house, playing Beat Saber with my brother, played Sims, watched D&D, packaged some deliveries, posted some deliveries. But essentially, I have very little to add to this. After I went for breakfast, I decided to take just a rest, and then the following day I had my jab. So I didn't get a lot done. My 48 hours have been and gone, and I finished 3 graphic novels and my book for the Lamentable Library, which I've been listening to as an audiobook, and making notes as I go alone, but not in the book because I will be unhauling this. If you want to know why I'm unhauling this, I would recommend you jump on the live stream that will be on Saturday in a couple of weeks' time, where we talk about it. It was not good. It was not good. So I apologise for whatever shambles this is. I'm going to Bath next week, so I'm hoping that I will get an opportunity to do some more vlogging then. Hopefully it'll be just a teensy bit more coherent than whatever this is. This is what happened when I did the vlog back in March. Is the first one was just a mess because I just didn't remember to record anything, and then by the 4th one I was recording so often, so many little clips, that when I stopped vlogging I didn't know what to do with my time. So next week's one will probably be better, but I also need to film a whole bunch of other things, so hopefully I will find the time to do that before I go to Bath. So wish me luck with that. I hope that you've enjoyed whatever mess this turned out to be, and other than that, I hope you have a nice day.